exciting. Got my coffee. Ready to dive into some mods. A lot to go over. A lot I'm actually kind of disappointed about. I was playing a little bit earlier just to try out the 4K, see how everything looked. Honestly, playing Fallout at such a smooth FPS is really nice. It's very weird. I think it's running at 120. My TV is telling me it's running at 120 FPS, and when I switch to performance, it's on 60. So either it's a variable refresh or something, or it's like between 60 and 120, but it's nice. I haven't looked online at what other people are using and the performance other people are getting yet. But just that alone as an update, just getting like that much FPS and making the game smooth is awesome. Super dope. It's just everything else I kind of take issue with. Make sure I got everything. So we got like basically the entire update is that right there. You can see it. It's performance up mode and quality mode. Um, which performance mode would be better FPS, lower resolution, and quality would be higher. But when I play on quality mode, it's telling me that I'm getting up to my variable refresh is active, so it goes up to 120 FPS. But when I'm on performance mode, it tells me that I'm locked at 60. Maybe I'm just stupid. This is my first coffee of the day. And 3 Creation Club packs. That's literally the whole update, guys. And sadly, the most annoying thing, they didn't even do the mod update to like they did with Skyrim, so it's still the same bullshit, like looks the same, plays the same. I feel like it was they kind of hyped it up for nothing. Well, to be fair, they didn't really hype it up. I feel like everybody else hyped it up. They posted about it on Twitter. They didn't like make a trailer or anything. But now that we have, let me make sure all the add-ons are active. Yes, okay. This was giving me an issue earlier. I was trying to play the game, just to get a vibe and see how everything looked, and it kept telling me that my DLC was being installed and activated, and then it wasn't actually installed. So at least that's fixed. But let's go over the Creation Club. Why not? Let's just jump into that real quick. What can I say? Um, if you were hoping for something like the anniversary edition, like I was, then be disappointed. This is not that because they set a standard. They're like, yeah, you can. Um, we're gonna make a version where you get all the Creation Club for free, and we update the game for Skyrim. And then they're like, we're not gonna do the same for Fallout. You have to still buy all the Creation Club content, and we're gonna add new Creation Club content. But they gave us some stuff for free. This is one of them. I'm pretty sure this is one of them because I didn't buy this. It's cool. Power armor, whatever. Must come with a quest or something. Um, Another power armor. Cool. A new enemy type, which is uh, this sucks. I'm honestly not gonna lie. I think this sucks. So the reason it sucks is because you see it says right here is that the troops will use the equipment, this new Enclave equipment, and then that's the other creations that they've given to you for free. And that Enclave equipment is like grenade launchers and a Tesla cannon and shit. So you basically are gonna be spawning in a bunch of strong enemies with really strong gear. God knows what level, probably like level 10, because that's usually when everything starts, because they want people to experience it. So there's no way to uninstall that, from what it seems. Unless I uninstall the game and reinstall it, but we'll get into that later. What else did they give us for free? Oh yeah, here's the Tesla cannon. This is probably going to be on those high-level Enclave enemies. This is another new one from previous games. Very cool. Very cool weapon. I've never been a heavy weapons person in these games. They just always seem a little ridiculous to me. But if you're in a power armor, then yeah, absolutely. 100%. I really want this. I'm not going to lie. Not going to lie. But then I'm like, what am I playing? Am I playing Fallout even? Okay, so now this part, let me explain real quick. So apparently they you just automatically have 100 credits, and the Manuel rifle set was on sale for 200 credits, and the modular backpack was 400 credits. Now I assumed that we would be getting a all the Creation Club stuff for free, and that was not the case. So I was very disappointed, and I really want these fucking backpacks, man, for survival mode, and just they're so cool. I don't want to promote them, but god damn it, they're so cool. So I had points saved up from PlayStation Stars program, which you get points for getting achievements and like completing challenges and shit. It's pretty sweet, pretty cool. And it was only $5, so yeah, that's my confession. I feel like my weight is lifted off my soul. But about the backpacks, and with I had enough points left over to get this, and I did a little research, and I read that these of all the Creation Club content, these are pretty well received. No real complaints about this. Um, they look pretty good too, and they were on sale, so I needed it. Oh yeah, the other Creation Club content is a Halloween pack, which I didn't see on there because the Creation Club menu fucking sucks. And the makeshift weapon pack, which I was really excited for. Oh man, I thought it was gonna be like cool melee weapons or something, like how there's pipe weapons, which I love, and I think they should. Part of my mod list is gonna be making pipe weapons a little bit more prominent in the early game, especially just in the first couple levels at least. Um, but the makeshift weapon pack ends up being a saw blade, two grenade launchers, um, a baseball shooter, like a launcher for baseballs, and a nail gun, which I'm actually super hyped for the nail gun. Not gonna lie. I don't know why, I feel like I've played a lot of Dead Rising or something with a nail gun, so I have the idea that nail gun's gonna be pretty fun. And Fallout 4 is so like crafting heavy. It feels like you just have access to so much stuff if you have the right materials that a crafter build with a nail gun as like a primary weapon seems like the way to go for me. But yeah, that's just the Creation Club stuff. But now the fun begins. My hell. We have all the DLC installed, so now we can actually install the mods we want without any issues. This is one of the biggest fucking L's. They didn't update the menu. So if this was like the new Skyrim menu, it would be sick because the new Skyrim menu has a way better like favorites menu and stuff. You can see a lot more of your mods and everything. This menu sucks, but we do what we can. And because I downloaded on a new version, the PlayStation 5 version, my previous mod list got wiped. Awesome. Immediately kicked out of the menu. Love it. Let's try that again. There's an airplane above me. There's a bombing raid happening. Apologize. Alright. Don't crash on me. Alright, where's my favorites? I guess I just go down the list. I know what I want to install. Basically anything this guy makes. Okay. Ha ha ha. Not letting me install mods. I'm glad you mentioned that, Alesso. I'm glad you mentioned that because um, I was actually looking at that mod particularly because it had movement changes, and I was just playing a little bit of vanilla, and I was like, damn, this motherfucker runs and jumps pretty quick. So I think I saw they also have a standalone version, if I'm not mistaken, immersive Fallout movement only. And I was gonna see if I can pair that up with Lunar because I didn't get a chance to try. I haven't even tried Lunar Fallout yet because I wasn't able to use any of the DLC. Um, so I want to get a taste of Lunar, feel how Lunar is, and then add on immersive Fallout movement because I love that. There's like what's it called in Skyrim? I forget what it's called. I think it might have just be called immersive movement, but one of my favorite mods because you really feel it, add weight to everything. Now, if the mods don't download, not sure. Okay, cool, cool. That was just a one-time issue. All right. Now, so this is the issue with um, the old mod menu that we still have is that the favorites menu can only hold so much. So after you download a mod, I recommend just unfavoriting it because then now it'll be in your library and it'll free up your favorites menu. Also, if you're on the Bethesda site and you hit library, like add to library, it'll pop up here, which I don't know how that affects your actual mod list, but you still have to download them it seems. But yeah, flare gun modded. So yeah, I saw this. This is a fun one. I thought just give the flare gun a little bit more to do. Fireworks, grenade, healing, mines might be fun, but we'll keep it straight up for now. Let's see my notes real quick. Stuff I wanted to. I was playing vanilla earlier. Stuff I just wanted to change off the top of my head. I want to find. Oh, there's a smoking mod I want to add. That's really funny because I'm smoking right now, and that would be really funny. Some survival mods I want to check out. Make sure I get that difficulty mod I like. Want to maybe find a different dismemberment mod that I'm using. Check out Lunar's perks solo, and then see how the Poster Boy Lunar Fallout combo perk like spread is. There's no. They might have Nexus. Let me double check. Let me write this down. Nexus pages, because they'll have it written down for me, and I don't have to like to keep mental notes of everything. I want to do a comparison of the two perk pages. Let's see. Also, the every time you get XP, it dings. That's super annoying. I hate that. And then just see if there's any. I'm gonna do a search and see what mods are available for the backpacks now that I have that available, and the Magwell rifle now that I'm using that as well. Cut content. Usually these mods are cool, but there's usually a reason that these are cut, so we'll keep it a buck for now. Plunder, I've heard good things about. I'm gonna hold on to that. Mm-hmm. Okay. That's kind of cool. This is like a vanilla overhaul. Spifferino, you make good mods. I'm gonna keep an eye on these. I'm not really gonna fuck with any workshop mods. Oh, free fall, so it's the cut content. Okay, good. I do like free fall. I will be using Freefall. I did. Oh god, I had it written down somewhere. God damn it. I haven't been able to find what page or what notebook or whatever, but I had a list somewhere of a bunch of bug fix, like free fall and unofficial content patch and stuff like that. There was like 5 of them I wanted to make sure I used, and I can't find that fucking page. Is a flavor thing. This is stuff I need to check out later down the line. Lunar Fallout melee weapon improvements. Bring the melee weapon forward for player weapons from Lunar Fallout original mod by using carries for weapons. Oh, so this was a mod that was Lunar Fallout made melee weapons better, and this mod makes it so you can use that without Lunar. Okay. We're going to be using Lunar, so we're not going to need that. I don't remember what this is. $35. I'm probably gonna want to use that at some point. I feel like laser rifle. We're not gonna use any of these. Although I do love this guy's mods until after we do some lunar testing. Tweak scaling, especially. I think I feel okay. An updated patch to make the game. Gone ahead and removed the perk changes. Oh. He made changes to. Oh, so okay, the patch that this person originally made was of a different Fallout, Lunar Fallout. Um, but this is a tweaked version for better progression. We're gonna want to use that. Okay, I'm gonna have to check out all of this person's mods now. God damn it, he has a whole series of them. Checked out the BOS and Institute Overhaul mods, but thinking about survival and enemies capped with a level non-inferior to 72 is pretty lame. With a level not inferior. So they stop at 72? Let me drink my coffee and think about that word. You're using big words with hyphens in it. I was eventually we're gonna see those overhaul mods too. I haven't experienced the BOS or Institute, maybe a little bit of the BOS back in 2015 when the game came out. So I'm not gonna jump on the overhauls until after I've played with them a little bit and figured out what I don't like about them. But I do generally want enemies to be a little bit. See, that's the difficulty with Fallout in general, though. Is like you have your survival mods, you have your difficulty mods, enemy mods, dismemberment mods, perk mods, and then when you have all that combined, it's like an enemy shoots you, you're dead. You shoot him, you blow his leg off, they're dead instantly. So, and if it's not that, then you take a couple of hits and they take a couple of hits. There's like no real in between. Oh, Kellogg spawns at level 72. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, fun fact. So that's I killed killing Kellogg was like the only thing I remember doing back in 2015. So then that means that I got to level 72. I don't know how. A lot of the mods that I have saved, I'll have to check out, but are uncapped levels. So all the enemy types spawn, and they'll just keep spawning in a general percentage of your level. So like you could be level 70, and regular raiders will be like level 65, and raider bosses will be like 75, 80. I know this is important. We definitely want to use this. I don't fuck with settlements much. I know I will eventually, but I've just never been much of a Sims person. It's an ESL file. Honestly, I feel like this is a mod I would use and never even realize that it's actually happening, and it would just be a direct improvement. I'm not even going to question it. And if it doesn't work, something breaks, I'm going to remove it first and figure it out later. It's also a tune. Oh, I always use a mod. Yeah, I used it in Skyrim too, but I always use a mod that equalizes damage. So no matter, it'll be survival difficulty, but it'll be 1-to-1 damage. Because doing nerf damage or your enemies just doing blatantly more damage than you just never felt right to me. It's really hard to balance, and everyone's tastes are different. That's why I typically I try to play up more of the fantasy aspect of Fallout. So lots of ghouls, lots of super mutants, lots of just general creatures and crawlies and mutants because they can take a punch a lot more. So them being bullet sponges and all that makes a lot more sense. But then when you see like a human bandit, I kind of feel like I should be able to blow his head off quite easily. Settlement electricity. See, that's the mod I was just looking at. Settlement electricity overhaul was a mod that's very popular, and it's pretty old. And the mod I just was looking at a minute ago is somebody rebuilt settlement electricity overhaul, so it wouldn't be broken. Um, yeah, overhaul revamped. Check this out. This one claims to be the better version. A rebuilt, non-buggy version. But don't quote me on that. But they should be accomplishing the same thing. Changes include cigarettes. Da, 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 what is this? Miscellaneous items. Renamed bobbleheads. Um, uh, I don't really care for this. Oh no, you're good, brother. Don't worry about it. But definitely check that one out. Let me know what you think. Unofficial patch to go with Lunar Fallout. Perfect. We want that. Locational damage, tweak scaling. I don't think we want this, but yeah, it's fine. I'm honestly not that perturbed by Preston like some people. Oh, yes. See, this is the kind of shit that I love to hate. This is the kind of mod that people will hate me for, but I love. You have to sit in a chair or like be laying down to restore health by eating and drinking. Take your time. I love immersion and like making yourself having to like sit in the game. That's pretty cool. And it's for Lunar Fallout. Okay, perfect. We're gonna keep that. Um, I don't use no enemy bar. I feel like we want this, but I don't use a HUD a lot of the time, so should be fine. We're gonna get rid of this. Get rid of this. We'll add more stuff later. Poster boy, we love you. Oh yeah, I was excited to try this one. This one looked really good. Nice. I hope they. It says they got rid of a lot of the skeletons, but I hope not all of them, because I do like that there's just so many fucking skeletons all over the place. Did you watch the? Do you watch the show, Alessio? Alessio? Let me read that. Alessio. Alessio. Oh, they removed the dead raider and the dog. So it makes the game look prettier, but it also gets rid of a bunch of stuff. Oh, that's not what I thought it was. That's fine. We're gonna want some companion improvements, but 2 episodes left. Nice. Yeah, good. Yep. Last episodes are great. That's all I'll say. Love it. Good to see some decent what do you call it? Covering of a story, like adaptation. It's finally some good adaptations getting made. You think it'd be easy. I mean, they fucking already wrote it. They're like, here. Have you noticed, since you're only 2 episodes, have you noticed how, like, a lot of the story of this show is like somebody put all of the Fallout games in a blender in a good way? I was like, wait a minute. Your dad's missing. You're from a vault. He's a scientist. You have to go find something. There's a chip. There's a ghoul. There's a bomb. There's a person. There's the people. It's all Fallout. It's all very Fallout. I love it. A new dungeon. We're gonna hold on to that. These are fun little mods we want to add later on. I don't know why, but I want to try this one. But but I don't care if it works. I very rarely play in third person. I'm just a I'm all, I'm a very immersive person. So when it works, it'll look great. And when it doesn't work, I won't care. Yeah, water chip, exactly. Like this is great. Which is funny because normally you would get this kind of um, coverage on a show, and it would be like 1-to-1, and it would be really bad because they're trying to recreate the exact thing. They'd probably like try to hire Liam Neeson. Um, See, I wanted to use this, but this ended up making power armor way better. Just seems like even more useful than it already was. I mean, it gives you a +4 charisma just for wearing it. There's a couple of mods I want to use that make power armor very rare. I want that to be like fucking super rare. Tweaks and fixes by Eleanor. Oh yeah, Ellie's tweaks. Check out Ellie tweaks. Is that the one? I'm pretty sure. Is that the one that has one of the tweaks is like gives you like triple the amount of clean water? See, that's the problem with me is that whenever I make a mod list is that I have to make sure that I don't put in any kind of cheating mod even if it's considered not cheating. But any kind of mod that will make something easier, even though I can tell myself not to use it, I would use it. Hmm. You've already seen the ending and you haven't finished the show? I'm sorry. I was hoping not to spoil it for you. I think it'll be fine. I think it'll be fine. I'm very hyped. Do you want to hear a funny story, actually? So, I was extremely excited to see the new Vegas because not too long ago, I was in Vegas and I was with some friends and we were driving out. And one of my friends said that we're going to go meet like their cousin or something. I'm trying to remember. Worked in a bar. And we were like, okay, cool. So we drove outside of Vegas and we're driving, and I'm like, you know what's funny? This canyon is really familiar. I feel like I've been here before. My friends are like, that's weird. And I was like, nah, it's funny. Just that it looked familiar. And we keep driving, and we pull up to this bar, and I was like, why does this bar feel really familiar? And we go inside, and I walk in, and I literally walk in, and I stop. And I was like, oh my God, wait a minute. And I turn, and I look at the bartender, and I go, is your name Chet? And he's like, yeah, you must be a fan. And it is the bar from Good Springs. Straight up, got the pool table right in front of the door. Chet behind the bar, old man with a mustache. And I went out to my car and I got my laptop and I came back in and I opened up Fallout New Vegas and I was showing my friends. I was like, we're literally standing in Good Springs. Okay. Sorry. I see what you mean. I see what you mean. This is what you meant by Kellogg being minimum level 71. Well, I kind of. It's interesting because it's he's balancing it against the high level enemy spawns that you can get, and that's the thing about Fallout 4 is that it's specifically made for people to play like to a ridiculously high level. It's so weird. Um, so I kind of it'd be interesting to see if level 70 is easy to get to. Then I could see Kellogg being level 70 as a good thing. Interesting. We're gonna keep that in mind. Well, yeah, you throw a couple nuka grenades and it's problem solved. I think that's what it says on the bottom. Problem solved. Oh yeah, so there was a mod we were playing with. If I don't know if you watched the live stream VOD, but there was a mod we were playing with that lets you do like judo fucking throws, and it was so sick. It was probably one of the best mods I've ever used. And this mod I think is the reverse. So enemies can grapple you, and enemy dogs can grapple you. I love it. I love it. It only makes it fair, you know. Vault 81 is a player home. Well, add that at another point. Keep radiance in the Commonwealth. Compatible with Lunar. We'll keep, yeah, let's do that. That sounds like a mod we will need. Oh, I need the original. Okay. Gotta remember to fix that. Okay, yeah. We like this. We like little mods that add stuff. We gotta make sure to remember. Let me make sure I check my list. But we had a bunch of mods on my PS4 list that added really immersive ways of fast traveling or just like getting around the map with it was a subway, it was like an underground subway system, highway runner, and bridges. Like a bunch of bridges are fixed. So when you combine all three of them, it makes the map like a complete, complete. It's very cool. Hmm. Subway runner, highway runner. Yeah, we like that. Functional bridges. Oh yeah, thank you. I can keep track of these in case I lose the chat for some reason. Subway runner, highway runner, and functional bridges. Yeah, those mods are high key. Some immediate needed. As soon as I read those, I was like, yes, please. Lever action receivers. What is it with mod makers and Fallout specifically with receivers and the guns itself? There's like a bajillion fucking mods for like. Yeah, actually, I made the 304, a 44 and a 38. Made that into a 45 caliber. Um, I don't. You want more damage? Just tell me it does more damage. I don't particularly care if my 9mm suddenly can fire 50 calibers. Dark mode. Oh yeah, this makes all the settlements abandoned. The question is, can I turn them back on? Like if I place a new one, or if I connect the power? Because if Red Rocket is like depowered forever, that would really suck. It's kind of cool that you can power it up. So the thing is, my PS4 mod list technically still exists on my PS4 version. If I were to download it again and play it, so if anything I'm missing, I can just always check that again. Another immersion mod. It's too much armor. Too much armor and too many perks. Yeah, bring it down a bit. Delirium. Somebody was telling me about Delirium. Oh nope. Sorry. As soon as I start seeing unique materials and workbenches and crafting and all that, I'm like, I know that it gets out of hand really fast. I like my mods as vanilla as possible. No XP for settlement building. Power armor frames movable. Wires increased by 2 times. Vanilla. Load order bottom. Um. Yeah, that sounds great. Oh wait, no. Settlement attacks disabled. No, thank you. That's part of the game. I want to experience that. Legendary modifier. Oh, so you can put any attachment. Oh, that's cool. We don't want that. That's my problem with Fallout. After I exit the mod menu, the game always crashes. Oh no. So, like when it was bugged previously, like if the game's closed and you open it, it just immediately crashes, or every time you leave a menu, it crashes. Looted world. Okay. We kind of do want this because it felt like the oh, you know what? Lunar's gonna change a lot of stuff, so we're gonna have to see what Lunar changes first. Oh, dog meat changer. Every time I leave the mods menu, the game says the mods loader has been changed, and then it crashes. Okay. Huh. Have you tried have you tried loading into a new game or a save? Oh, this mod's really sick, but there's just too much going on. Oh, this is really cool. Yeah, we're gonna keep that. You know what? Fuck it. We're gonna download a bunch of these really nice dungeon mods that I've seen because I did that with Skyrim and so many of them I was like, "Oh my god." I was googling them and didn't realize that they were mods. They were so good. So, I'm hoping for a similar experience. There's nothing going on here, but it's very cool and it's an empty city filled with ghouls and I love making anything filled with zombies and ghouls since it's such a zombie themed overhaul in general and I'm aiming for it to become increasingly more zombie overhauled. Don't know if Lunar is intended to play in survival mode. There's a couple of I have a couple of survival mode patches favorited to keep an eye out on it, but hopefully it should be no problem. I know there's at least one that I know of is made by Sir Ruin, who makes really good Skyrim mods, and I trust his mods, so I'm pretty sure it should be fine. But are you able to load into a save, or is it just crashing the mods menu? I'm curious. 10 millimeter base damage? Nah. This is a. We'll check that mod out at another point in life. Um, kind of dope for the zombie theme, but I don't get into settlement building. We'll figure that out later. Ooh, Moonracer makes good stuff. Yeah. No save, haven't started playthrough. So the mod menu is just crashing. It's probably going to crash when I leave then, which will crash the stream most likely. Oh boy. This is this is the fun. This is what I this the it's like the crack of Skyrim. So if that's a hardcore patch by Sir Ruin for Lunar, then I do know that a lot of the a lot of the latest mods are this one person is making a bunch of patches for Lunar. You saw a couple of them already earlier, but they're making a bunch of patches for Lunar for all different kinds of stuff. I'm pretty sure they made one for survival mode. What is this? Okay. Perk overhaul. No, thank you. Oh, love this. Love this. We all, I'm always talking about um, immersive mods. So this is a mod that lets you bury people, and I want a hardcore mod list where you're getting lots of followers. We're gonna have a mod that lets you get more than one follower, um, and if they die, you can bury them. Very cool. What is this? Yeah, see, this person makes a bunch of A Tails 2. AYTALESTOO. They make a bunch of lunar patches. So I'm sure they have one for survival. Apocalyptic Fallout. Ooh. So what's I was using Weather Redux, I think. Or I think it might have been Weather Redux. Or it might have been Green Commonwealth, I can't remember. But what's the any preference, any idea what's a good weather mod? Because there's so many of them, and all of them are like one of them does weather, one of them does weather and graphics, one of them does weather, grass, colors, lights. It does water. So it's like you gotta find the one that does like what you specifically want. Weather and climates, unique areas, darker nights, redone interiors. Okay, place above lighting mod. So you can use this with lighting mod. The other problem is that I don't want to fucking have to hide inside every goddamn night because 4 out of the 5 weathers that they add are radioactive. But this does look pretty badass. I'm not gonna lie. We're gonna try it out. We'll try it out. This feels pretty realistic. I feel like this is. We're gonna hold on to that one. So the issue with taking off the HUD, which I like, is that you have to know what you're looking at all the time. I did upload a clip, um, which I wanted to make into a short to upload, which I might as well do right now. But I was playing without the HUD earlier, and it was so cinematic. It felt so cool. Started the game a few times with a weather redux mod, and after exiting the vault, had a gamma storm that lasted for 3 days. Yeah, that happened to me too. I was like, "Oh, sweet, I want to play," and I took a nap in Good Springs or whatever the sanctuary it's called. And when I woke up, it was a green radiation storm outside, and I just couldn't play the game for like an hour. I was like, "Oh, that's the thing. It's like, can we get all? Is there a mod that does all of that stuff, but the radiation storm is like every now and then, like rare or just not so common? Just such a pain in the ass. Or like it should be inducive to specific zones of the map. Like more irradiated zones are will have that weather more often, and then places like Sanctuary and North have the chance of it happening, but it's rare. That makes the most sense to me. At some point, honestly, at some point, I might just be able to get in back into mod making for Fallout because I've never made a mod for Fallout, so I don't know how much more difficult it would be. Okay, downloading the video that I made so I can re-upload it as a short. No enemy bar. Unfavorite this. Yeah, it's actually super badass. So I want to be able to use I want to be able to use all the cinematic elements of not having a HUD, but still be able to have the thing pop up so it tells me if I'm looking at the right object because it's literally like playing the game blind. You walk up to a shelf and you want to pick up something and you just like you smack your hand all over the shelf picking up every goddamn thing. All right, hold on. Almost done, boys. Just throwing this little short together. God damn it. What should I add on this? Bunch of mods by Sergeant Scholl, CDO, Flower on Visual Overhaul. CWO, that's the one I was using. CWO, yeah, because that had the I was able to use Far Harbor and Nuka World, and that was yeah, that one looked really good. I really like that. That's just a texture and lands and stuff, right? I should be able to combine that with weathers. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. Um, let's put a Fallout 4 song on there. Oh, Big Iron, perfect. Yes, please. Uh, I'd like to use Big Iron, please. Okay, never mind. Try that again. Yeah, Sarge Schultz. I gotta add him to the list. He's on the list of people to check out if people want like a quick dirty mod list. There's like 5 to 8 modders. You can just download all their fucking mods and have a great time. Just have a great time. Come on. It's not gonna let me use it. Damn. Brutal. It's not gonna let me use it. All right. Yes, we want this. NPCs. There's a couple of mods we want to use. NPCs use grenades. NPCs use ammo, stuff like that. So it forces them to lose ammo. You can't get ammo off of NPCs as regularly, and they'll probably switch to a melee weapon and kind of get more melee happening. I'm sure Lunar will probably fix that, so we'll check that out. Settlers extended. There's just different looking settlers. I don't really care about the settlers. I don't look at my settlers enough. I know some people like do very fucked up things to their settlers. What's the Spirals? The John Wick song. Yes. There we go. New little short. Fallout. PS5. There we go. STS. Scavenge. So we have a couple of mods that are scrapping like extra foliage and skeletons and stuff, so I'm not too worried about that. And I also like skeletons and stuff like that. I think they're totally fine. I don't engage with sentiment building like at all, so I'm not sure why. I'm not sure what issues people have with settlement building, but I know STS is popular. I will use it at some point when I do get into settlement building. But for right now, we're just strictly going like gameplay improvements, new quests, new dungeons, more zombies, more balanced weapons. So it's not like, oh, I just got an unending shotgun. That's the only gun I'm going to use forever. No legendaries, nothing like that. Trying to make it like Fallout 3, but better. This is a cool mod. Just adds coffee. I think that's dope. Holotape of fixing. This is great. Hold on to that. New way to heal yourself. That's kind of cool. I kind of want to hold on to that, but uh, you know what? Fuck it. If you don't even have to engage in it. If you don't find it, you won't even know about it. It's fine. That's something cool though. This makes it so the magazines aren't locked behind quests. Love that. The collector's guide. I want to find out what that is. It says it's compatible with it. Ooh, hell yes. Makes bosses way cooler. I'm all about it. Mods to use together. Might not actually. Now that I think about it, it might not be compatible with Lunar. So we'll have to see. We'll keep it favorited for now. Bunch of player homes. I've seen some good player homes. Wish they had just more. If most player homes just feel like they just give you everything you need, so that way you don't have to worry about anything. That's great. It's just not what I'm ever looking for. Oh, crashed. Uh oh, boys. Game might crash. It was good talking to you.